Ouais, mais c'est bien. De toute façon, il faut que je travaille le soir, le soir,
I didn't know I'd been up. I'm struggling. You've got an IV I don't have an IB number.
I think so it might take it as an insult. We're not like
Channel 10. Channel 10.
Channel what?
10.
So you're doing an IFB channel?
That's what I got from Ben.
Channel 10? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 10.
No connection. I need a number. Oh, shit, and this thing's here. I need a number. I've got 2472. Tell them I'm a 2472. Okay, we're not going to make this.
2472.
They were in France.
2472.
What, 2472? Yeah, I'll just dial that. No one's on the other edge. Yeah. Wow, Jesus Christ, it's like the first time we've ever done it. Yeah, I can hear you. Is this alright? I mean, yeah, I've got you. Can we move back a bit?
No, I'm not sorry.
Yeah. Well, look alright. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Is that when he says everything's positive, yeah?
And then they were going to be seen.
No, I'll toss them out. Yeah.
Okay, I just was saying. She's forming the last 4 years.
Don't worry about anyone who gets in the shot, I don't care. Keep it wide. Never go tight on an aging correspondent. Yeah. came out and they spoke very positively about the progress they say that they were making in these talks. Take a listen. So they said they're making changes, they're looking at various adjustments that the Ukrainians have suggested to make this sort of proposal even sort of palatable. But I mean, what's not clear at the moment, and hopefully in the next few hours, maybe even before that, we're going to see those two figures come out again and brief us here in the media about what progress, if anything, has been made. Whether or not, for instance, Russia will be asked to make a significant compromise. So far, in the 28-point proposal that we've seen, at least, Russia isn't really being asked to step back at all from its maximalist position. We want to hear from the Ukrainians, for instance, about what they might be prepared to do in terms of territorial concessions, something like that, in the interests of agreeing a peace deal with Russia. So these are the two parties that are talking face to face. Other people are invested in it as well. The Europeans have been pretty much sidelined in this whole process. They're here in Geneva, representatives of European countries, but they've not really been in sort of the negotiating room. In fact, one Western diplomat told me earlier that the European diplomats were sort of worried. They were being shut out of the tent, kept out of the negotiating process. And of course, Washington has much at stake as well. Not for the first time we've seen efforts by the Trump administration to try and force an end to the ongoing Ukraine war. I mean, this is the latest iteration of that.
I found it.
Moi j'ai glissé sur le côté.
En vrai, t'as même pas besoin de bouger. Pas sûr que tu vas.
Ça plutôt vers la fin.
Yeah.
Mais comme tu as le début, je t'en parle vraiment du potentiel des négociations.
It's a long story. I'll tell you over conversation. So we're now me and one
News?
Oh, I'm not the one you're looking for.
Are they coming?
I can give you that. I think in my brain, right knows yourself. Obviously, if the deadline is Thanksgiving, it's not going to happen.
want to listen to the D. With a D. Paul Bear, somebody stick this for us.
Sorry, using here, those kinds of what is embarrassing blindsided.
The representatives from Austria, France,
Yeah.
there is some. It's ideally Ursula von der Leyen's chief of staff. Which is not in
In this phase, it's when we have
Have you seen anything?
we saw the cars. I don't know if they're... The flag's not here. It's not. Is that yours?
I don't. Really? I think they can string out Thursday deadline.
Yeah, I wonder if that deadline is really there. Because I watched it back to back. It's on that line.
Yeah, but that one. Deadline's never there. Sorry.
Samsung charger. This is charger. It takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes each single.
Did we screw up?
No, you said
Oh, which what, the European plan? Yeah, we saw it.
You've seen the plan?
Yeah, we published it. But I didn't get it. Not
All I
mine.
saw was the Telegraph.
Yeah,
I'm seeing it right here.
similar.
Try and gauge Did you see the tweet that said we should make plans to vote for conflict of interest? Call it the dimwit. The dimwit. No concessions on dollars. Explicit.
800,000, not 600,000.
Stupid.
No concession.
Yes, but
You mean the concessions?
I think what they the contentious trying to give us those full justice
Yeah, yeah.
and that's a big deal because that's
Yeah.
and by the way, that will not be accepted by Russia. If they say no must have been 800 the whole it's this idea that they could have 600,000 standing army, it's the biggest army in Europe, many times over. There's no way that keeps them all. Putting it up to 800.
Yeah.
Invaded Ukraine. Yeah, that's what it is.
No, sorry.
Basically, how's it sorted? How's it sorted? Right?
You were sick.
Interrupted my work.
I was enjoying it as it came in Paris. I mean, I was coming back. No, we don't know any. Hang out with my friend actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So we stayed with them and enjoyed very nice days in Paris.
Yeah, I can do that right now. Yeah.
Back to the ride.
Yeah. I can do right now. Can you call me back on the number I have on the screen? I think you can.
Mireille was like,
Did I sound stupid with her?
someone keeps
No, that was Nick.
Have an update?
Yep.
Oh, within 15 minutes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, within 15 minutes. Yep.
Can you say who's going to be speaking?
No, I cannot just yet.
It's a surprise.
I just don't have the clarity, so I want to speak out of turn. Yes, there should be. Yeah, we definitely need to, whatever security says that we need to do. So, okay. Yeah.
Folks, we
We
need
push-
to get this rope back together and
Yeah.
leave behind the rope, please. Thank you.
You want me to unplug?
Yep.
Totally trusted for security stuff.
15 minutes is actually 15 minutes.
And when I say within 15 minutes, it could be faster than 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So you're allowed to go? Yeah. Good. Great. Okay, nice. Great. Thank you.
Hey folks, hi. Oh gosh, it's warm in here. It's like a mom. We're going to reset now, so we need everybody behind the stanchions. We need to set them back up, reset your cameras, and we're hoping that we can.
Do you need us to have the microphones?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Can we move them back? Just want to make sure there's enough. Right, but it's not okay, but we just absolutely need them behind the stanchions. Okay, so we'll keep this for right now. We need everyone behind the stanchions though. So this, we need to put this back up and...
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Hang on. So yeah, we need to put the stanchion back, please. Thank you. Thank you. Sound 1, 2, is that good? Sound okay?
Hallo.
Matthew,
Yeah?
can you stand there?
I can stand up.
Yes, that's fine. Let's just, thank you. Security says that's okay.
Non, je vais au niveau des autres.
Yeah, it's basically yeah, that's all. It's tight. Okay. Okay. But we just wanted to make sure everybody's prepped. I don't have an update on timeline. We just want to be ready in case it moves. So thank you. That's right. Although sometimes I'm like, what time does that? I was going to say something, but I won't. That's right. Yes, yeah. Thank you guys for your patience.
Brussels.
We haven't heard from them just yet. Hey, Jackson. Sorry, I know.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sorry. Just really, and or
Oui, oui, oui.
Marco will see it, because I can't. Thanks, everybody.
Là-bas, c'est difficile. Les journalistes n'aiment pas les choses difficiles. Les journalistes n'aiment pas les choses difficiles. On aime les choses faciles. Non, Gianluca. Non, madame, il a bien déjà joué télécam. Il a déjà faire chez nous. Si, si,
Tu arrives?
Ouais. Le problème, c'est qu'il y a des seul. On voit bien faire.
Zurigo is cold.
T'aurais pu quand même recadrer avec les mots. Il fait une petite pensée, je sais pas. Et toi, t'es d'origine italienne. Tu te rêves quand même qu'il y ait plus de Tu l'as fait quoi?
Ah oui, ça c'est... Alors je sais pas là.
Are we ready? Yes. Now we are happy. Doesn't change at all.
Always listen to it.
Huh? I won't. I'm sorry. No, not at all. Not for such a thing.
Ja, ich denke mal, dass wieder Yermak
J'ai besoin pour la touche. Anita.
Okay. Ich knie hier gerade vor ungefähr 40 Kollegen mit dem einen Mikro. Super. Weiß ich sehr zu schätzen. Ja, okay, cool. Ja. Der ist jetzt vermutlich auch gerade damit drin. Und mein Riesenrespekt für den
When it starts,
Ça. Ah non, mais ça c'est bon. C'est petit.
Das klingt schon immer krass für Susanne, kriegt ein bisschen mehr mit.
Je fais un peu à travers comme ça.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so then that goes on.
It's hot. It's damn hot. Good, do you remember maybe Good Morning? I mean, is what we did before the camera. I mean, there's some shots inside. Yeah. It's a nice movie. That one is not so bad.
It's just me. Don't worry. So disappointed.
Tell us what happened, and then we can cancel the rest.
Are we going to get a warning? Are we going to get a warning or not?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe more warning than you got this morning or earlier this afternoon.
I always wonder what they put on the flags, just to cover. Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they just look like they're in the winds. Yeah.
You wouldn't miss this historic moment as to the many others.
Is it?
C'est pas chouette.
If possible, that's great.
Tu cherches le deuxième film.
Attends, je vois bien.
Je te dis, tu as envoyé l'enquête sociale.
Ah oui, pour film lui.
Why were you filming?
Is that me?
It's not the same thing.
Oh,
Oh, sure, you can do. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right.
No.
And when you say people, you mean journalists. The cutter too. Two cutters, right? You have to get it done. Where do I find them? And they would say, "Oh man, this cameraman, he doesn't test it." Right now, it's like 5-7 minutes. Yeah, sure. More cameras.
About 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Thank
you.
I mean, give or take.
4. Why not?
Is it going to be the last one?
Just weird.
I'll hear it.
You probably have the answer in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Not here. Yeah, it's probably.
No. Will it be possible to place, or should I wait a few minutes? Why can I help? I don't want to look like I'm lunging when they walk in.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, exactly.
I recommend not.
Better to do it now?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I'll put it right here.
Thank you.
Four, three, two, 0. She's doing it. Please be very careful to drive by later.
Roger, copy that.
We'll find out. I wouldn't think so, but they'll win out.
Hi guys. All right, we had a very good day today. I think we made a tremendous amount of progress, even from the last time I spoke to you, and I apologize for keeping you waiting, but there was more work to be done. You know, we began almost 3 weeks ago with a foundational document that we socialized and ran by both sides, and with input from both sides. And one of the things that happens when you've been involved in this now for 10 months is you get a pretty good sense of what the priorities and the red lines and the important issues are for both sides. And so that allowed us to create a foundational document, which has been an ongoing working document. In fact, over the last 96 hours or more, there's been extensive engagement with the Ukrainian side, including our Secretary of the Army and others being on the ground in Kyiv, meeting with relevant stakeholders across the Ukrainian political spectrum in the legislative branch and the executive branch and the military and others to further sort of narrow these points. We arrived here today with one goal, and the goal was to take is 28 points or 26 points, depending on which version as it continue to evolve, and try to narrow the ones that were open items. And we have achieved that today in a very substantial way. Now, obviously, like any final agreement, they'll have to be agreed upon by the presidents. And there are a couple issues that we need to continue to work on. But I think the report today is that I think today was worthwhile. It was very, very, it is probably the most productive day we have had on this issue. Maybe in the entirety of our engagement, but certainly in a very long time. But work remains, and because this continues to be a working process, I don't want to declare victory or finality here. There's still some work to be done, but we are much further ahead today at this time than we were when we began this morning, and where we were a week ago for certain. Okay?
Has Ukraine, sorry,
You said about a couple of issues
Yes.
remaining. Could you please specify on that?
Well, I'm not going to get into the details on the issues. This is a very delicate moment, and it's important. Like I said, there's not agreement on those yet. Some of it is semantics or language. Others require higher level decisions and consultation. Others, I think, just need more time to work through. As an aside, I will mention that there were items that we were discussing as part of the original 28, it evolved. This is a living, breathing document. Every day with input, it changes. There were some that involved equities or the role of the EU or of NATO or so forth. And those we kind of segregated out because we just met with the national security advisors for various European countries. And those are things we'll have to discuss with them because it involves them. So we sort of really focused on the ones that were bilateral in nature for the most part. So there are a couple, none of it insurmountable. I can tell you that the items that remain open are not insurmountable. We just need more time than what we have today. I honestly believe we'll get there.
Has Ukraine indicated to you that it's prepared to compromise, for instance, on some of those key issues like territory in exchange for peace with Russia? Have they suggested that they are prepared
Well,
to
I'm not going
in
to,
any way?
look, it's not because for purposes of evasion, it's just, I'm not going to get into the details of the topics that were discussed because this is an ongoing process. What is important to understand and how these things work is you have to, in order to have a proposal, you have to write it. If it's just verbal, it's in the air, you have to put it down on a piece of paper, and just because it's printed on a piece of paper doesn't indicate finality. So you get input, and based on that input, you make adjustments, and then you get more input, or you make a counteroffer, and you get more adjustments. That's an ongoing process. There's a lot more of that to happen. So I'm not going to speculate or go into the details of any of the specific items in the latest version of the proposal, because, frankly, by tomorrow or the next day, that may have evolved and changed further. And but I can tell you, that I feel very optimistic that we can get something done here because we made a tremendous amount of progress
What are you
today.
going to tell President Trump about the attitude of the Ukrainians during these negotiations?
Oh, it was very positive. I'm telling you, today was the most productive day
He
we
said
have
they were
had.
ungrateful earlier.
Well, today, and we've talked to him since, I think he's quite pleased at the reports we've given him about the amount of progress that's been made. Well, obviously the Russians get a vote here, right? So, I mean, look, we began from the early stage of this process with our understanding of the Russian position as had been communicated to us in numerous ways. At the State Department we received numerous written non-papers and things of this nature, also verbally, things they've discussed over time and so forth. So it was, no matter what we came up with today, obviously we now have to take what we come up with if we can reach that agreement with the Ukrainian side to the Russian side. That's another part of this equation. They have to agree to this in order for this to work.
What about new deadline? Will be new deadline or it's...
The deadline is we want to get this done as soon as possible. Obviously, we would love it to be Thursday. We'd love to be... ultimately, the important point today is that we have made substantial progress. We've really moved forward. So I feel very optimistic that we're going to get there in a very reasonable period of time very soon. Whether it's Thursday, whether it's Friday, whether it's Wednesday, whether it's Monday of the following week, we want it to be soon because people are going to, between today and the time we deal with this, more people are going to die. More destruction is going to happen. Our goal is to end this war as soon as possible, but we need a little more time.
Can you
The what? I'm sorry?
Did you discuss the fighter jets in Poland? It was number...
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss any of the particulars of it, quite frankly. As I said, this is an ongoing process, and so I think there's work to be done. I know that's deeply unsatisfying to you who have to cover these sorts of things, but I wanted to make you aware that we've made progress. I simply don't want to do anything that sets us back in that regard. And but I can tell you we've made substantial progress. Today was the best day we have had in our entire 10 months of working on these issues.
Did you confirm that you met the European representatives today and what you
Yes, yeah, we met with the national security advisors of a variety of countries that were here, and we sort of walked them through the progress we had made today. We didn't go again into tremendous detail. We assured them that items that involve both Europe and NATO directly, or that those items are items that we sort of agreed to put as part of a separate track because it involves input from them. But I think what they heard, and I hope they'll confirm, I believe they will, is an incredible amount of positivity from both the Ukrainian and American side about the progress we've made today.
What happens tomorrow, Mr. Secretary? What's the plan for
It
tomorrow?
will only make sense if it includes a provision that says the Americans are willing to provide a security guarantee similar to Article 5 of NATO. Are you receptive to this?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to discuss the details of what's being, worked on with regards to any particular provisions. I mean, clearly, I think we all recognize that part of getting a final end to this war will require for Ukraine to feel as it is safe and it is never going to be invaded or attacked again. So that's clearly something that has to be discussed. I think we've made substantial progress on that and other points, but I'm not going to get into the details today about all of it. I have time for 2 more, guys, because I got to run some more.
Any
The what?
concessions you're asking the Russians to make?
Zelensky in the next hours?
Am I what?
Would there be a call between President Trump and Zelensky?
I don't know. It's possible. I'm not sure.
What's the plan? What happens tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, what happens
We
from
keep
here?
working. I mean, look, this
Here in
process.
Geneva? Here in Geneva?
No. This process has been ongoing now for the better part of 3 weeks, and it's really sped up in the last 96 hours. So we have all kinds of people at technical levels that are working full time on this and engaged in this full time. In fact, even as we got up and broke up now and walked away from the table, there are a handful of technical items that we expect answers from them on or suggestions from them on in the next 24 hours or so. So this is an ongoing process. We don't have to be here in this building for that to move, but we thought today being here in person allowed us to make great strides, because especially since they sent such a high-level delegation who have the authority to sort of call back to their capital, talk to their president, and make and agree to certain things. So we've made a lot of progress.
Can you point to any concessions you're asking the Russians?
The what?
The counter proposals of the European, the counter plan of the Europeans.
I'm not a work counter plan.
Can you
I haven't seen any counter plan. All right, guys, thank you.
Can you point to any concessions you're asking the Russians to make, Mr. Rubio, or is it just the Ukrainians?
I'm not tracking one, but I think somebody. But I'm not tracking
That was the main question.
Can you close that door?
Yeah, sorry guys, that's it for this evening. You can pack up. We're going to wait for the Secretary's delegation to leave, and then you can follow.
Logistic question. Is there a tomorrow here, or is this it for the next 24 hours?
Let me see if I can confirm that for this evening. This is it.
No, that's it.
Man, yo, t'as mis le deuxième là? Je veux pas casser le micro. En plus, il n'y a pas un micro à moi. Encore plus, je vais être attentif. All right. Hello, this is Mark. Yes. They confirmed that is all for tonight. We'll keep this here until the secretary.
Na koniec zapytam się siebie, czy reprezentant backupowo w razie czego?
Stay here. With that, they might want me live.
That's helpful. Si ferma qui per quanto riguarda il segretario di Stato, ma si continua a lavorare. Sì, anche a Ginevra. Non escludo che si lavori a Ginevra, ma non in termini di sintesi. Oggi hanno fatto una sintesi, qui probabilmente da oggi non ce n'è, continueranno a lavorare, quindi Ginevra rimane comunque una piattaforma su cui lavorare. Anche nei prossimi giorni.